the revision and our Ikea Hacks series. It's going well, isn't it?
It's going pretty well. If you haven't checked out our others, I recommend highly you go check them out because there's some really fantastic ideas
So
there.
are you saying that we should check out some others?
Just check them out. That's what I'm saying.
Well, listen, for more fun, I've got another Ikea hack for you today.
Oh
and
my goodness.
if you remember back to our very first Ikea hack, we were looking at a vase and we did some lovely gold leaf on
Oh,
that.
the gold leaf I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
check that one out for sure.
Definitely. I have found another lovely vase from
Okay.
Ikea, a slightly smaller one. and
Okay.
it's this. Very similar.
Cute.
Isn't it just? But I've got a problem with the colour. Like, I love it. I love the shape.
Yeah.
I just think it's a little bit masculine. But I think we could do something really fun, maybe with a bit of paint. You all know how I love paint.
Oh, a bit of paint. Love
And
it.
yeah, and we can create this and turn it into either a makeup brush holder or a little succulent holder, a little plant pot.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Something like that. So should we give it a go?
Let's do it.
So, with your lovely little vase, the first thing you want to do is change the colour. All you're going to do is give a base coat of colour to your lovely little vase. What I've done here is just got a very similar grey, but just slightly lighter, and I'm using Dulux's Denim Drift for that. You can think about putting a primer on your vase as well, but actually Dulux is a pretty sturdy texture and it really does kind of stick to the vase all right. So I don't think I'm going to need a primer for this, but you might depending on what paint you choose. So it's as simple as just applying on all sides and making sure it's fully covered and even a few coats of this paint. I say just give it a couple of coats if you can. So you might need to leave it to dry for a few hours, then come back to it, see how you get on. But make sure everything is covered. Also the rim at the top here, make sure you can have all of that painted as well. And then when it's all done, what you want to do is leave it after its second coat to dry for about 24 hours. Okay, so when your paint has dried, you should get something like this. And as you can see, it is a little bit lighter than the original colouring. So that's why I quite like the Denim Drift. Now this is the fun bit. This is the splatter bit, which will give you an amazing effect. And I'm going to do this in 2 layers. And the first layer is going to be with a lovely pink. And I've got the Little Green Paint Company's Hellebore 275 to do this with. So what you want to do is make sure that the paint is actually really, really thin so you can splatter it. And the easiest way to do that is just to dilute it with some water. So what you want to do is just make sure you've got lots of water in the lid. There's already some paint in there for us as well. And I'm just going to keep adding a bit more water so it becomes really, really nice and diluted like that. And also you need to make sure that your brush that you're using is flickable. And you'll see why in just a second. So I'm just going to put a little bit more water in there. I think we're kind of good to go with that. Are you ready? This is the real fun bit. Okay, so I'm going to take it over here. Make sure there is a lot of newspaper where you are because this is going to go for miles. Okay, and you literally just take your finger, take the top of the brush, and you just flick it. And look at that effect that's coming on now. Amazing. You're just going to get a wonderful little array of colour. Don't forget to do the bottoms as well. And once you've done all sides, you just want to leave that to dry for another few hours. So when your pink paint has dried and it looks lovely and splattered, you want to add a second layer for that extra little bit of pizzazz. And we've got some gold paint here. The best thing to use is really gold metallic acrylic paint or something along those lines. And what you want to do is exactly the same process. So you want to dilute it down, make sure that it's really, really fluid like it is here, and get splattering. Here we go. Oh, I like it because it's quite nice and subtle actually. So you just get those little specks of gold just flickering over the pink, just for another little layered effect. And again, don't forget to make sure you do all sides and make sure that you get it done and looking as good as that.
So come on then, show me what you've created.
Well, I had to leave it another 24 hours just to make sure everything dried.
Okay.
But this is the final one, and I put a little succulent in as well.
Oh my goodness,
How cute!
so cute. I love it.
Doesn't it just like with a lighter grey,
Yeah.
a few little speckles of colour, the metallic gold just sort of popping off of that makes such a difference.
It really does. And that splatter effect is so on trend right now.
Yeah.
So much so that I got a bit jealous and I created one myself.
What? Oh, it's like opposite colours. Oh, they complement each other. Isn't that the old green vase that we used from video
yes.
one?
Yes, you might remember this from video one. I had a very similar vase, but I added some gold leaf to it in the other video.
Nice. Do you know what? A beautiful like single stemmed plant would look lovely in that.
Absolutely.
In fact, I'm just gonna take out the little Mr. Succulent here, and I'm gonna show you what else you could pop in here as well. How about these little makeup brushes?
Oh, handy.
How
I love
cool
that.
does that look in your bedroom as well? So lots of different options for where you want to use these gorgeous vases.
So versatile.
But so easy to make at the same time.
And cheap.
We hope you enjoyed our fun splatter vase Ikea hack. God, I am loving those Ikea hacks at the moment.
They are so good. And there's so much scope and so many things you can do with them. It's just endless.
The only limit is your creativity and your mindset.
Absolutely.
But if you guys enjoyed that video, then please give us a big fat like on our page. Make sure you leave us a comment if you've got any questions, need us to run over anything again. We're more than happy to help. These videos are there for you. And most importantly,
don't forget to subscribe because you'll get to see all of these videos as soon as they come out.
And much, much more as well. We've got lots of different things, not just IKEA hacks coming your way, so make sure you do stay tuned. But for now, thanks for watching.